Have you ever sensed an unseen force trying to halt your progress, as if a shadow you cannot see were plotting to keep you stagnant? Have you found yourself wondering why, even when you do everything right, you still carry this feeling of constant peril, a tightness in your chest that logic alone cannot explain? Perhaps you've woken in the dead of night, gripped by a formless fear, an emptiness of unknown origin that seems to whisper of impending doom. How many times have you looked at your circumstances and thought, why do the forces of opposition always know my weakest points? What if I told you there is a timeless secret woven into the fabric of the scriptures, capable of placing an invisible bulwark between you and all that seeks your ruin? A secret that not only shields but transforms every step into a stride toward victory. What you are about to hear is no ordinary prayer. It is an ancient promise, a covenant made thousands of years ago, yet it remains alive, waiting to be activated by those who truly grasp its power. Psalm 91 is not merely a beautiful text to be read before sleep. It is, in fact, a spiritual key that can disarm traps you don't even know are laid around you. Have you ever considered why so many speak of it, yet so few truly experience what it promises? Is it possible you've only been scratching the surface of this psalm while its true power remains concealed? You are not here today by accident. Something has drawn you to this message because a transformation is waiting to unfold. But before we reveal how every word of Psalm 91 can become a protective mantle over your life, I need you to do one simple thing. Stay with me until the very end, because the final revelation is the most powerful of all, the one that seals every opening and completely shifts the spiritual dynamic around you. You are about to understand why the forces of darkness cannot stand it when someone activates this code. As we journey together, I invite you to prepare yourself for this experience of protection and strength. And let me share something important. As soon as this video concludes, in the first pinned comment, you will find an essential next step to amplify the spiritual armor we are beginning to activate here. It is a path that complements what you are about to learn and can further open your eyes to a dimension of protection that almost no one ever speaks of. But why do so many people remain trapped by fear, by anxiety, by that persistent feeling that something terrible could happen at any moment? Because it is not enough to read or memorize it. You must live Psalm 91. It is not a magic formula you recite for an instant fix. It is a call to a certain posture, an awareness, an alignment that changes how the unseen world reacts to you. And believe me, the unseen world does react. Have you considered that many of the battles you face are not just external, but also spiritual, fought silently in the wings of your life? Sometimes it isn't just the financial crisis, the unexpected illness, or the painful betrayal. It's the accumulation of small breaches that leave your soul exposed. This is precisely where Psalm 91 comes in. As a fortress built word by word, capable of shielding every area of your existence. So, before we proceed, take a deep breath and allow yourself to be fully present. Because in the moments to come, you will not just listen to a biblical text. You will comprehend the code hidden within it, the one that turns fear into courage, anxiety into confidence, and a sense of danger into the certainty of protection. And when we reach the end, you will notice that something has shifted, not just because I said so, but because you will feel that change occurring within you. So close your eyes for a moment, breathe deeply, and let these words resonate not just in your ears, but deep within your soul. For now, we are about to cross an ancient gateway together, and every phrase you hear is more than a verse. It is a shield being raised over your life. Listen closely. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him I will trust. Surely He shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the perilous pestilence. He shall cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you shall take refuge. His truth shall be your shield and buckler. You shall not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the arrow that flies by day, nor of the pestilence that walks in darkness, nor of the destruction that lays waste at noonday. 1,000 may fall at your side, and 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come near you. Only with your eyes shall you look and see the reward of the wicked. Because you have made the Lord, who is my refuge, even the Most High, your dwelling place, no evil shall befall you, nor shall any plague come near your dwelling, for he shall give his angels charge over you, to keep you in all your ways. In their hands they shall bear you up, lest you dash your foot against a stone. You shall tread upon the lion and the cobra, the young lion and the serpent you shall trample underfoot. Because he has set his love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life I will satisfy him, and show him my salvation. Feel the weight of these words. They are not just hollow promises, they are eternal decrees. But here is what few understand. Psalm 91 is not a talisman, not a text to be repeated mechanically. It is an invitation to dwell, to remain in the shadow of the Most High. Do you see the difference? To dwell is not to visit occasionally. It is to live there. It is to choose, day after day, this place of unshakable trust. When it says, "He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High," it is revealing the entryway. This secret place isn't physical. It's a spiritual dimension where fear loses its voice. It is a state of consciousness where you are no longer vulnerable to external threats because your soul has found shelter in something greater than any problem. And why is this so powerful? Because most of the battles we face begin within us, in the restless mind, in the emotions that betray us, in the feeling that we are alone when, in truth, we never were. Notice how the psalm constructs a path. First, it invites you to trust. Then it shows you there is deliverance from the snare of the fowler, the invisible traps that pull you down without you even realizing it. And isn't that exactly how life often feels? As if you were doing well, but suddenly something ensnares you, blocks you, delays you, sickens you, breaks you. Psalm 91 says there is a covering for that. He shall cover you with his feathers. His truth shall be your shield. Do you perceive the depth? It's not just physical protection. It's a layer of light that separates you from the darkness that tries to reach you. And when it declares, 1,000 may fall at your side and 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come near you. It's not just talking about external wars, but about the storms that ravage the world, crises, diseases, spiritual attacks, injustices that often make us feel so small. But there's a code here. While everyone else falls, one stands firm. Why? Because he did not just read, he dwelt. He made the Most High his habitation, his consciousness, his fortress. This psalm is a key because it reveals that protection does not come by chance. It is a consequence of a spiritual posture. For he shall give his angels charge over you. Here lies one of the greatest secrets. As long as you live scattered, vulnerable, and anxious, you fail to realize there are forces assigned to guard you. But when you activate this code, not with empty words but with true alignment, you authorize heaven to move on your behalf. And when we reach the end, God himself speaks. Because he has known my name, I will deliver him. I will honor him. There is an intimacy here. It's not about praying out of fear. It's about invoking out of confidence. It's about being so connected to this presence that even when anguish comes, you will not be consumed by it. Now imagine beginning to live this reality. Imagine waking up without that constant tightness in your chest, walking without that sense that something bad is about to happen. Imagine having an invisible fortress accompanying your every step, neutralizing arrows you never even see. This is living Psalm 91. It isn't magic, it is an awakening. If you want to deepen this spiritual armor even further, I have already left a prepared path for you in the first pinned comment. One more step to take this revelation from theory to daily practice. Because it's no use to hear and not live. And this is only the beginning. So now that you have heard every word and begun to see the depth behind this psalm, it is time to take a step further. Because listening doesn't transform, understanding is just the start. But deciding to dwell in this place of protection, that is what changes destinies. How many times have you been through situations that nearly broke you, and yet something sustained you? You may not even realize it, but angels have carried you when your strength failed. There have been closed doors that, in reality, saved you. There have been delays that were disguised deliverances. Psalm 91 reminds us of this. You do not walk alone, and you never have. But there is also an invitation here. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. This is a two-way promise. God guarantees presence, deliverance, and honor. But there is a condition: to call, to acknowledge, to trust. This means no longer running after protection in unstable places, but making him your constant refuge. Because no human wall can stop a spiritual evil. But there is a God who commands his angels to guard you in all your ways. Now, I want you to do an exercise with me. Close your eyes if you can, and picture everything that causes you fear. The bad news, the incoming bills, the medical diagnoses, the people who disappointed you, the situations that seem bigger than you. See all of it before you. And now, imagine a light covering it all. A barrier that does not allow those arrows to reach your heart. This is the code of Psalm 91 in action. It is not denying the existence of evil, but placing yourself in a location where it no longer has access. And if you feel you need to reinforce this shielding, that you need direction to walk in this new awareness, do not forget. In the first pinned comment, there is a step that can open this reality even more in your life. It's simple, direct, and designed to help you put all of this into practice. Now, allow these next words to become your personal declaration. This is not an empty repetition. It is a decree. Pray with me. Lord Most High, eternal refuge, today I choose to dwell in your secret place. I declare that no arrow, seen or unseen, will have power over me. I consecrate my paths to you, and I ask that your truth be my shield, that your presence be my fortress. Command your angels now to guard my life, my home, my family. May every snare, every pestilence, every threat be undone before it even reaches my gates. I trust in you, even when the world screams fear. I rest in the shadow of your care. Let 1,000 fall at my side, 10,000 at my right hand, but I will remain standing, for the Lord is my God, and in you is my trust. Amen. Feel the weight of that amen. It is not an end, it is a beginning. Because from now on, if you allow it, something starts to shift within you. Not by magic, but because where there is true faith, there is movement. So, before you go, I invite you to be part of something greater. If this message touched you, if it brought peace, clarity, or even that feeling that someone finally said what you needed to hear, subscribe to the channel and leave your like. This is not just a gesture for the video. It's a statement that says, I want to keep receiving messages that strengthen me, that shield me, that remind me I am not alone on this journey. And as I mentioned before, don't forget to check what I've left for you in the first pinned comment. Because if today you began to raise this shield, there you will discover how to reinforce it every day, how to live this promise in a practical way, until fear loses its voice and peace becomes your new reality.